Good morning, guys. I hope life is treating you well. Life here up north is actually pretty good, thank you for asking. I know you would ask about that. Anyways, I went to the cinema yesterday. Wait, my mouth is really dry, give me a second, please. Oh, so much better now. So yeah, I went to the cinema yesterday and I watched Star Wars The Last Jedi for the second time. I did of course go to see it on the premiere day as well. Not the actual premiere screening at 10 in the morning, but I went to see it a little bit later that day. And at first I didn't know quite what to think of it, because it was a different kind of movie than The Force Awakens, definitely. So I had to thoroughly let it sink in and watch it again, and I think I have an opinion now. Well, I usually do have an opinion most of the time, but I was a little bit split. I couldn't decide, and that could be a good thing though, because you don't always have to choose one or the other. You can find a middle way, a middle ground, and I think that's where I am right now regarding this new Star Wars movie. I will try to get through this without too many spoilers, and if I do spoil something, I will try to put a spoiler alert first. I do think the main plot was a bit thin. Not thin. See what I did there? Possibly spoiler. It's a 2.5-hour movie about escaping the First Order, basically. So this could kinda be the Lawrence of Arabia of Star Wars, you know. That's like a 5-hour movie of a guy walking in the desert. Not that The Last Jedi is slow-paced in any way, it is actually very fast-paced. Maybe a little too much fast-paced as well. Because you have this main plot, which is, as I mentioned, to try to escape the First Order. Then you have countless subplots as well. And it's almost like an orgy of subplots, like, oh, one action scene, and then, oh, another action scene, and then, oh, we are friends, and oh, we are enemies, and oh, we are friends again. And then you're not even halfway through the movie. That said, there were some interesting... Why does that keep happening? That said, there were some interesting things as well. Another possible spoiler, like Kylo Ren's and Rey's connection. If you watched it, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't watched it, you will know what I'm talking about when you see it. And Mark Hamill as Luke was excellent. And there were also a lot of semi-suspense scenes. Like the scene with Rey and Kylo Ren and Supreme Leader Snoke. And the one towards the end with Finn in that speeder. And that Mary Poppins scene with Leia. Don't get me wrong, it was an eventful movie. And I like eventful movies. But I also at the same time feel that we could have done without maybe one or two of the subplots to just go a little bit more in-depth in one or two of the other subplots. You know, maybe so we could just get to know the characters a bit more, or something like that. I don't know. That said, it was an amazingly shot movie. Some of the footage was just breathtaking. Like, I was blown away, seriously, literally. I just sat there and I just couldn't believe what I was seeing. Yeah, of course, a lot of this is CGI. Like some of the footage of Octo, or the Skelly Michael Island, if you want, was amazing. Same goes for some of the footage on Crate, with a sunset. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. And yet another possible spoiler. I also want to highlight the scene where the rebel ship is turning towards Snoke's ship and goes into hyperspace. That was I thought it was really cool. Oh yeah, and it contained a bit more lightsaber action as well. And for a Star Wars fan, lightsaber action is always appreciated. Even though this movie was kind of racing against itself to try to have as many action scenes as possible, I still liked it. And I think it is better than The Force Awakens. And it's better than most of the prequel trilogy as well, if I might say that. At least in my honest, humble opinion. So if you're a Star Wars fan, this is obviously a must-see if you haven't seen it yet. And if you're just looking for 2.5 hours of entertainment, you should definitely go see this one as well. Oh yeah, and I'm dressed in some fitting outfits today. Never thought I'd say that sentence ever. I have a hat with Millennium Falcon on it. And a t-shirt with some of the vehicles and characters as well, like Millennium Falcon again, AT-AT, BB-8, R2-D2, Oh yeah, and a TIE fighter. This is currently the status here now, guys. Status. The one which is most British. You know, as it is only a couple of days until Christmas. I don't know if you can see it, guys, but it is actually raining. You can probably see a few drops on my window there. So it doesn't look like it will be a white Christmas this year. And I don't know if you can see this either, but approximately there, you know, it is really, really icy. I've seen people trying to walk there, but they decided to find another way around, you know, because it is a slight downhill, and it is ice with rain on top, so it is extremely slippery right there right now. I think it's about 2 degrees outside right now, which is, I think it's about 35 for you American guys. So it doesn't seem like there will be a white Christmas this year, which I honestly am perfectly fine with. I don't like the snow, I don't like the winter too much, so I am actually completely fine with the weather the way it is right now. So now I'm heading out to get the last remaining presents, hopefully, and after that I think I'll go to the curling rink actually. And just for fun, I've always wanted to try a transition like this, and now I'm here. I made it back home, guys. It was a quick little session up in the curling rink. I just had to throw some stones. So I did. Okay guys, that's it for today. See you again next time. Curlingseb.